Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're unpacking the architecture of a truly comprehensive event management system. I mean, if you've ever tried to plan a large-scale event, you know it can quickly turn from a fun party into a logistical nightmare of epic proportions. Today we're looking at a pretty fascinating case study in operational efficiency, specifically the comprehensive service model of Keys Film Production. We're going to break down exactly how they've engineered their business to handle every single aspect of event production completely under one roof, practically eliminating all that stressful vendor friction.
To start things off, let's really think about this. What does it actually take to pull off a flawless event without the usual multi-vendor chaos? Normally it's a mess, right? You've got a caterer over here, a decorator over there, a completely separate team for lighting, yet another for photography, and as the client, you essentially become a full-time project manager just trying to get all these different groups to talk to each other without starting a turf war. It's incredibly fragmented, it's stressful, and honestly, it leaves a massive margin for error. But what if you could streamline that entire ecosystem?
Well, that brings us right to their core operational mantra. We plan, we create, you celebrate. It sounds simple, right? But from a structural standpoint, this is a brilliant articulation of their philosophy. By taking on the entire burden of both the planning and the creation phases, they immediately remove the friction and stress from the client. Your only job, essentially, is the celebration part. Now, when Keys Film Production maps out this massive ecosystem of services, their claim of providing complete event and production solutions under one roof isn't just some catchy tagline. It's practically their organizational chart. From the very first creative concepts all the way down to flawless execution, they've built this unified framework that's designed to deliver exceptional experiences across the board, completely without relying on external dependencies.
So let's break this down piece by piece. Section 1. The complete wedding experience. The business-to-consumer side of event planning requires a completely different touch than corporate gigs. Weddings are, of course, highly emotional and demand absolute perfection. And it's really interesting how they divide their services into two distinct, yet perfectly complementary pillars to handle this. On one side, you have a wedding decoration. This is all about the aesthetic, the beautiful themes, the floral decor, the stage setup, the entire ambiance. But pretty flowers aren't enough if the event itself doesn't flow. That's where wedding management comes in. This is the logistical backbone. They handle the end-to-end planning, managing the entire family journey from the initial welcome all the way to the highly emotional vidai. They seamlessly merge the beautiful with the practical.
Moving right along to Section 2, Corporate and Commercial Solutions.
This is where that same structural integrity scales up for the corporate world, where things like brand reputation and return on investment are seriously on the line. You can really see their range here. First, there's stall fabrication. This takes heavy physical capability. They custom design and physically build stalls for exhibitions, trade shows, and business events. They are literally building your brand's physical footprint from the ground up. Then you have corporate events. This is all about professional, high-stakes management. We're talking major conferences, seminars, product launches, and award functions. So not only can they build the stage, but they can also run the entire show that happens on it.
Which brings us to Section 3, the Production Engine Room.
Now, you might be wondering, how do they actually pull all of this off without outsourcing the whole shebang? Well, this is the hidden machinery that makes it all work. These are the foundational support services operating quietly in the background, guaranteeing success for both those beautiful weddings and the massive corporate events. They've categorized this engine room into three overarching services: flex branding, manpower, and photography and videography. By keeping these three absolutely vital components in-house rather than contracting them out to third parties, Keys Film Production creates a truly cohesive package. It tightens their quality control immensely.
Let's look at flex branding first. They offer high-quality flex printing for branding, promotions, backdrops, and banners. Think about it. If you're launching a product, you absolutely need your logos to look crisp. Or if you have a wedding, you want perfectly customized photo backdrops. By directly controlling the printing process, they make sure the client's visual identity remains sharp, consistent, and totally professional across every single medium at the venue.
Next up is the human element. Have you ever been to an event where the staff just seemed completely lost? Keys solves this by providing trained and verified manpower for events, exhibitions, promotions, really all related requirements. The crucial point here is the security and reliability aspect. You aren't just getting random day laborers, you are getting a fully verified crew, and that translates to absolute reliability on the ground when the pressure is on.
And of course, if an event happens and no one captures it, did it even really happen? Their photography and videography services are just as comprehensive as their planning. They do candid photography, cinematic videography, intimate pre-wedding shoots, detailed product shoots, and highly polished corporate films. They basically have the lens work covered for any tone or requirement, wrapping up the entire event nicely into a neat, deliverable memory.
Let's move to Section 4, the Keys Promise.
All these services are fantastic for sure, but they absolutely need to be grounded in strong operational values. Based out of Indore, Madhya Pradesh, they've distilled their methodology down to 5 core pillars of success. This is the solid foundation that actually allows them to execute their motto, one team, one vision, endless possibilities. Because really, when you only have one team sharing a single vision, the potential for what you can build truly does become endless.
Let's walk through this logical progression. It all starts with number 1, creative ideas. But obviously ideas need execution, which flows perfectly into number 2, an experienced team. That team naturally provides number 3, quality service. And because that service is high quality and completely managed under one roof, it guarantees number 4, on-time delivery. Finally, if you deliver quality on time, you inevitably arrive at number 5, client satisfaction. It is just a perfectly engineered feedback loop of success.
When you zoom out and look at their total operational footprint, it is massive. Events, production, branding, people, memories. They aren't just a vendor. They are actively managing every single layer of the event ecosystem. They design the event, produce the assets, brand the environment, supply the people to run it, and capture the memories so you never forget it.
Ultimately, this all boils down to their core philosophy. We don't just organize events, we create experiences. An event is really just a logistical timeline of things happening, but an experience is how you feel during and after those things happen. By controlling the logistics so tightly, they free up the space to focus entirely on the feeling, leaving a truly lasting, memorable impression.
We've seen how streamlining an incredibly complex process into a single, unified team can completely transform how events are built from the ground up. So I'll leave you with this to think about. With a single, dedicated team managing your branding, your people, and your memories, what kind of unforgettable experience could you create? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.